Hey y'all, today I remove this and I remove this, all to replace these. My name is Andrew, this is the OK Humvee. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Dang, I think it's sitting up real tall. Did you add more lift? Yes and no. I added these from your favorite Harbor Freight. Yeah, wheel dollies. Put one on each corner. Dang, that bird's freaking loud. Yeah. So, they're under there. They say each set is 5,000 pounds. So, in theory, these will hold. Still not a sponsor, but an inside track member. But I'll show you why I put those on. Obviously, we can roll it in and out of the garage decently easy, but I'm working on those fuel tank straps. Ugh. And working on the fuel tank straps, realized to get the tank the rest of the way out, I needed to remove the filler neck. I still have to do that at some point. And this was a pain in the butt. All these were rusted and broken. You can see it's seen better days. But in order to get space in here, put the wheel dolly on, push it over, and now I have access. So maybe in this video, maybe in the next, I'll finish those fuel tank drop straps. I got the old ones off. I've already got the rubber off this piece. Rubber seems fine. Yeah. So that's the, oh, I got this sweet battery tie down. Facebook Market, where dreams come true. I'm also, while I'm over here, giving the batteries a little trick it'll charge. Let's see. Oh, it's unplugged. Yeah, so there's that. Let's see, what else can we talk about to keep procrastinating work? All right, here's one more thing I can show you. So I had the batteries on a trickle charger. The voltage wasn't all the way up to 12 on each. It was a little under. Last time I tried to turn this over, the starter wasn't engaging, wasn't getting any power, so I thought maybe it's, I mean, it very possibly could have something to do with, you know, some of these unplugged wires. There could be a ground loose. There was a couple grounds that were loose. Some of the battery terminals were loose and it wasn't charged. So charged it, but alas, still today, we do get power, get our great sounding horn. The trans light is on, but there's no nothing going to the starter. I do have the where's my light? I do have the Camotech box So I still have my old one. It wasn't getting enough juice to the glow plug, so I replaced it with that. I don't think that's the issue. It could be, I don't know. I don't know. I hope I didn't fry it. I never unplugged it with the battery connected, so I don't know. We'll have to check on that. I do have another starter. If that ends up being the issue, but I would think, like, you know, a solenoid in the starter would at least fire if it was getting power. So I can get another set of hands over here and put the multimeter on the starter, seeing if it's even getting power, and then work back from there. If you know why my starter's not getting power, let me know in the comments. I've already learned a lot from you guys so far, so help me out with some knowledge so I can hear this thing turn over. Just to clarify, when I put the Camotech box in, it was with the old motor. It did engage the starter, and it clunked and it tried to turn. That's how I knew the motor was seized. But yeah, so it did work at one point. Did I make it stop working? Or is there something else in that loop that's not talking to each other? That's what I'm hoping for, just to track down where that's not connected. But yeah, let me know what you think's wrong, because you're probably smarter than me. Because you probably don't have this hunk of junk sitting in your garage. Can't tell if anything is straight. Okay, good enough. Okay. I don't know where we are in the middle of this video, so this part may get cut out. But another thing I'm putting on the truck, this may help with some grounding issues. Well, in theory, it should help prevent grounding issues. I don't know if it's going to fix my current issue. It's I ordered this. I guess I ordered something else too. Ordered a spindle nut socket from Black Dog Customs. Holy cow. Dang. Dude, it's massive. It's a socket for the spindle nut. And we'll do that in a future video. That's why I needed this. I think it's beefy. If you're not fully pry open the locking tabs, you will break your tool. No one likes a broken tool. At some point, I will more than likely, I haven't bought them yet, I'll probably do the Blue Hummer locking spindle nuts. They're a little bit more expensive. And some people swear by the OEM ones, say if you do them right and check them, you know, every so often, that it's fine. Let's be honest, I'm not gonna check it every so often. And if I'm gonna have my family in this, I don't wanna have to worry about it. The locking spindle nut, it locks, like it actually locks, and keeps your wheel on where it's supposed to be. So, I'll probably be buying those. Okay, the other thing I got, yes, I could have made this in all my spare time. Grounding harness. And everything is labeled, love that. And the instructions tell you, oh wow, look, where a good ground is. So anyways, this should be all the right length. Let's just take a look-see. It's not a sponsor, but if you need a good pocket utility knife, Exceed Designs. You can replace the blade. Doesn't rattle. This blade probably needs to be replaced, but it's, I could just flip her around. Locks in. back to you guys. Anyways, like I said, I don't think this is gonna fix necessarily my current problem, but I think in the act of checking all the grounds, adding the extra grounding harness can't hurt anything. And several people I've already talked to have had grounding issues, and some of them just made their own one-wire system. I mean, I could just buy this and it's already labeled and cut to length. So we'll put this on at some point. Probably shouldn't have thrown away the box. Yeah. Oh, I did also, like I said, I don't know if this is the issue either. Neutral safety switch. I got a new one. This is a neutral safety switch. On the 480E, I believe it can be in park or neutral. But with the boot on, I can't tell if it's actually engaging. The linkage could be off. When we put the motor in, I did unbolt the transmission. It could have moved, could have bumped that linkage. That could be the issue, I don't know. But just in case, I went ahead and got a new neutral safety switch. And you know, we're all about the finer things here. I showed you the other one. Yeah, this thing is kind of trash. It'll be fine. It was like $15 on Amazon. It feels incredibly cheap. But at least it's not cracked, and the bolts should hold together. So when we get around to that, I've got it. If you're watching this video, man, I really appreciate you. And I would really appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. Thanks. Okay, before we dig back under there while we're topside, I'm going to show you the state of these straps. So the rubber actually is in good shape. It's just been painted. You can see the rubber came off of that. I'll show you. Imagine the tank is right in here. This goes under the tank. This goes on the side. Bolt goes in right there. There is a channel in the body that this little T-post turns and locks in. So that's why. You may remember in a previous video, I got these, painted them. So you have the 4 that come down each side. They're all different lengths, so you shouldn't mix them up. So I'm definitely gonna spend some time cleaning those up. Anyways, still, don't have to use those. And I don't have to use these. You can see, I don't know if these are the right ones to be comparing. It's probably more like that. You can see one of these is a lot nicer. So I got these from Anvil Motor Works. I think I've already showed you these. Got the blocks. So that's what we're gonna work on today. I've already pulled some of these. The tank is a little wedged in there. I have already pulled the filler neck from the body. I need to get it from the tank so the tank can drop. It's on a floor jack right now. Most importantly, the drive shaft is it's disconnected, but it is wedged into place. I maybe would recommend doing that first before you lift the body and kind of wedge it all in, but we'll see. Glad I looked at this though, because this is, I'm gonna try to clean these up, put some paint on them, and at least it's a nice day. Fun fact, if you don't bolt down your bench vise to a bench, you can just move it. Don't try this at home without a mask. Screwdriver technique seems to be working better. Stab it. Stab it where it's scaly. All right. As we say, that's it's okay. Gonna prime it and then put my gloss enamel Rust-Oleum. Now you're probably thinking, Andrew, why are you just painting one strap at a time? Don't you have another strap? Yes, that is true. That is the front strap, and that is on the floor. The back strap, it is one of my favorites. The back strap is still on the truck, dangling. I'll see if I can get under there and show you. I did lower the jack stand a little bit so you can see what we're doing. And the tank is held up by the filler tube. So, let's get you some light. There you go. Okay. That white spot, that's where the first strap was and was very rusty. All three of those are off. This is where the other strap goes. You can see that's kind of how that works. So, yummy. I need to take that one off, and then you can also see the drive shaft. Drive shaft is kind of wedged in here. It is, I have taken it, it's unhooked, and I did pull it out, but I need to work on that some more and see if I can get it down so I can drop the tank. And yeah. So, since I don't want this tank to fall on me, I'm going to use the jack stand just to support it right there. It is still being held up on this side, partially just being wedged in, but partially by that filler tube. I haven't disconnected it yet. There's no fuel in the tank. These straps, this is just spinning, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. And but yeah, if it lands, this is kind of wedged in between that cross member. If the tank drops, it can't go very far. I told you I just had. So, everybody I saw online raised it above the yoke, pulled it out from the T-case, and then lowered it down. However, that has not been successful for me. So, all right, so I'm gonna try to show you kind of where we are. Took the filler neck out of the plastic, undid That bolt that kind of held this metal tube to the body. So now, see how it's wedged there on the body mount? I need to get to those, and then I can pull this out, and hopefully the tank can then drop enough to get the straps out. I did go ahead and support, since the drive shaft is pushing on the tank. Got the old Badland off-road high clearance jack. This thing is great. Supporting this end of the tank, old Harbor Freight 3-ton there. So let's see if we can get this off. Okay, filler neck. I do already have the floor cut out for all that fun goodies with that little plate, but see if we can just drop it just enough. Slide those blocks in there and so many of these weird little rocks. Maybe they're from overseas, I don't know. They're very lightweight. I had a moon rock and it floated in water. Thought it was the coolest thing ever. That's what these remind me of. All right. So here's the plan. That muffler I said I didn't want to take out. I think I'm going to have to take it out to get to the top mount of the straps, because I don't want to take the tank all the way out. So this is me attempting to dislodge some very rusty bolts. See if I can get the exhaust at least loose or out enough to get to the top of those brackets. So wish me luck. We're recording. That U-bolt holds on the resonator part right here. I may be able to disconnect up here, I don't know. Get this heat shield. This is where the, what's it called, drive shaft went. I can't really get up to that top bolt, but the heat shield's gone. I thought I can get to all of those. In which case I could take this flange apart, in which case I can get to, I'll just show you while I'm down here. First of all, this one, I can't get it to release from its channel. It just wants to stay in its home. So that's one of the problems. And then, ooh, are you as dizzy as I am? Okay, I need to replace this strap. That bolt goes into a little flange on the body, and it's just spinning. So I need to get this out of the way so I can get up there and get that out, and then I can get this other guy out. I think he's bolted in too. Okay. Let's see what Bobby said. Oh dang, that does look good. Bobby did the front fender delete with, or it gets rid of those fins up there. Or actually it's on this side for the heat vents. It looks really good. Okay, so I've got a 15 on this U-bolt. We'll see, it's very rusty. Well, it's mostly painted over, so we'll see if we run into any issues here. And there's one up top that will, I'm sure the heat shield's connected in a couple places, but this will at least get us started. And we'll go from there. So things escalated. I got tired of fighting with the bolt that I couldn't get to, so I thought I'll just pull the muffler out, which is not bad heavy, it's just bulky. Anyways, so that's out, for better or worse. I think in a second I'm gonna try to scope this and see if there's anything worth seeing in there. But I did make at least some clearance. Exhaust, gone. Dry shaft, gone. Fuel tank, see? Wow, look, I can get to that bolt so easily now. Yes, I did cut that. That was the exhaust hanger. Cross that bridge later. Yeah, so now I can get to that hanger. I can put the blocks in, I have easy access. So I definitely don't think you should have to do that. However, I did, so. Again, this is not a how-to. This is for learn from my mistakes or have somebody else do it. I don't know what the lesson learned here is, but all right, now on to getting the straps. Actually, first, I'm gonna scope this exhaust and see what we can find. Okay, so I got my little scope from Amazon. Let's see what we can see. This is the muffler. All right, that's kind of cool. I think that's the main chamber, maybe. I need a hook a left or right. Did I go all the way to that other wall? I guess so. I guess I can't get into the main chamber because of the grates. Huh. But the cat is similar. I bet it's got some kind of grate in there. Hi. You'll ever watch those guys that like explore cities, stormwater systems underground, and they're like half spelunking, half probably getting tetanus. Yeah. Can't get through that. Well, maybe someday if I decide to not keep these, we'll just cut them open. All right, back to doing the real work. Hi. There, so I remember which hole it is, but there we go. Another strap. Let me get the other side. Dang, how many freaking rocks are up here? All right, I'll have to like, whoa. This rock has a hole in it. Do not understand. I'll show you that later. Or cut to me showing this to you later. It's a drive shaft, by the way. Here's some of my collection of rocks that fell out from on top of the fuel tank. They're all incredibly lightweight. Then this guy, normal looking rock, kind of looks like a shark face. Oh look. How weird is that? Somebody tell me where in the world this type of rock is from. Because I have zero history on my truck. I don't know where it's been, where it served. But maybe somebody recognizes those rocks. Or maybe just California rocks, I don't know. This is one that we took out. This is the new one with the rubber on it from Anvil. This is the front one. See, bad, nasty, sad. New one. Oh, I need to put the just imagine that's on there. Rubber. It's Christmas. Actually, it's not Christmas. It's hot and muggy. But I can't pass up a good sale. Harbor Freight had this for like $100 off for the inside track, which you know I'm a fan of. So here we go. Let's see if I can get this out by myself. My microphone keeps getting stuck. All right, wasn't bad. Wow. All right, there you have it. Pays to be an inside track member. Thank you, Harbor Freight. Feel free to sponsor me whenever you want. I will gladly accept. Okay, back up here. I'm where the drive shaft and exhaust should be, but you can see, maybe you can see, got one of the aluminum spacer pieces in. A little hole right there is where the bracket, support bracket goes. Let's see if you can, yeah, there's no way I can make that work. Okay, you can see like, that's where the bracket goes up. So this front one's right by the bracket, and I believe the rear one is by the rear bracket. So that's where the rear bracket goes up. That's a little space. There's more of my moon rocks, and then that's the little rubber or whatever it is. So this guy, little wedge, right in there. And then I'll put the brackets on. Okay, so this is the passenger side. Got these painted and put the rubber back on. So that's the front. And then we've got the rear.
So that's the rear. Oh, dirty, that's okay. So he hooks on there, and then I'll go yonder, and this will go there, and then put the new straps in on this side and cinch it up with the bolt, and yeah.
Okay. These are the last two straps. This is the front because it's got the little T-hook that goes up under the body. This is the rear because it bolts both sides. Got hardware. One of these goes on the other side that I haven't done yet. These are 9/16, 14 mil, either one. I don't know which I'm gonna need yet, so we're just gonna bring everything. The short, stubby, Harbor Freight certified ratcheting wrench. That's never know if you might need that, and some other things. I'll probably still need something else, so let's go. All right, we're on the center of the truck, or driver's side of the tank. Remember, we put the spacer up there. This guy slides up here. Sorry, I'm trying to show you. And then there's that hole in the body. And I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but oh, this is difficult with one hand. Hold on a second. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that or not. Twists in, and then we're all set. That's the bolt for the strap. I'm gonna take that one out, put in my new hardware, and put the back strap in. All right, bolts are threaded. Ooh, my head's in the way. That one I've already started. This one I need to tighten up, and then we'll be done. All right, this side's easy to show you, but that bolt's in, and that bolt's in. That T thing is up in there somewhere. Really gotta cinch these down. I had to use the impact because these kind of have a lot of bend and give to them. When I took them off, they had about this much space, so I guess that's just the way it is. But you can see there's the spacer block, nice aluminum. I'll probably catch some more rocks, and that's where it goes up in the frames. So I just gotta put everything else back. And then back here, I gotta clean up this yoke a little bit, get the cap still in there from the U-joint, but work on that before I put the drive shaft in. But yeah, you can see now that the tank is this is a weird rubber coating stuff, is flush with the frame rail. Yep. So, alrighty. Cool. Last thing for now for the tank, it's the filler neck. Took off that there. That's where you fill the tank. I just gotta put that guy back on there. Well, that's it for today. I know this episode has kind of been a little bit of a hodgepodge of things. It's been a busy couple weeks, so I just shot this when I could. So please forgive me if it's not, one straight film cinematic production. But the fuel tank straps are in. If you need those for your body, if you need the fuel tank drop straps for your drop straps, sounds a lot like jock straps. If you need those pieces that I just put on to fix your situation, check out Anvil Motorworks. They've got some pretty cool stuff. And I've got something else from them. Justin just sent me, so I'm pretty excited about that. Stick around to the end of this episode and I'll show you what that is. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. As always, like and subscribe. We're really close to 5,000 subscribers, which is cool. I didn't expect that. So in honor of 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away this hat. I don't have them yet, but they've shipped. I'm going to give away 5 of these hats in honor of 5,000 subscribers. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully this video is the one that gets me to 5,000. So whenever I get to 5,000 for the next 24 hours after that, anybody that comments on YouTube will be entered to win. And then after 24 hours, I'll make a note in the caption that says it's over. But if you comment, you can comment as much. No, 1 comment per person. That could get carried away. 1 comment per person. But you'll be entered to win one of 5 hats that I'll send to you for free. Well, free for you. I will pay for shipping. Yeah. That's it, I guess. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. All right, if you've stuck around this long, thank you. I'm going to show you something pretty exciting that I just got. I was talking with Justin at Anvil Motorworks. He's the guy who I got the straps for the fuel tank, and I was just looking at his site, and he watched one of my other videos with the when I did the rear bumper, and I was complaining about the gap, which if I have a clip, I can show the clip here. I hate the gap. Well, his so he sells a lift kit that his is unique in that the mounts actually raise the bumper a little bit with it, so that you don't get that gap when you're doing like a 2-inch body lift. And but since I've done the rest of the lift kit, he said, hey, I'll get you just the rear body mounts. So this is not a project for today, but I'm too excited, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it and show you guys what we got here. This is not a project for today, nor is it the most important thing on my list to get it running, but I am really excited about it. Because it bolts in, but it's gonna raise the rear bumper up to make it look a little cleaner, which I'm really excited about because I hate the way that gap looks. So, I just wanted to go ahead and open this and check it out. Man, I cannot cut with my left hand to save my life. I don't know when I'll put this in, this summer probably. Ooh, I did not think about styrofoam. Styrofoam may move around, but dang, these are hefty. And nice welds. Love to see that. Let's see. Try to take this piece out. Ooh. This one has his logo on it, which is cool. Anyways, man, really excited about these. First of all, they're freaking thick. I just did a clay shoot, sporting clays yesterday, and shot like probably 150 rounds, so my shoulder is hurting from lifting those, so I'm going to put that back in the box. But we'll get these painted. I may get them powder coated. Who am I kidding? I'm going to paint them. But we'll put these on in a future video. If you have a body lift on your truck and you hate the gap in the rear bumper and the body, if you have a body lift on your Hummer H1 or Humvee and you would like the rear bumper to be better, check out Anvil Motorworks. Talk with Justin. If you need a lift, the lift kits are pretty sick. So yeah, check them out. And yeah, that's it. This is the actual end of the video. So cut it right